Hunger, an experience that 84% of people in California worry about going through. What's heartbreaking is how 78% of these people actually have to live hungry.
Article 25, Food and Shelter for All Act, grants the right to a standard of living that is sufficient for one's health and well-being. This all includes food, clothing, housing, and medical care.
The article was created because existing human rights protections before the Second World War were really insufficient. So after going through this war, it was realized that a universal standard of economic and social rights is very much needed. A new minimum standard of living was needed for all people.
Food insecurity is limited or uncertain access to enough food to lead a healthy, active life. As of right now, 47 million people face food insecurity in America. 13 million kids don't have enough food to grow up strong, and 50+ million people turn to food banks and pantries for help.
Not only that, but California produces nearly half of the nation's fruits and vegetables. Yet more than 1 in 5 Californians, about 8.8 million, currently struggle with food insecurity. This contradicts the fact that food insecurity is limited or uncertain access to enough food to lead a healthy, active life is the reason for hunger. For Californians to be the closest in proximity to food produce, yet still not have access to it, raises the question, is our society's alleged commitment to Article 25 of the Food and Shelter for All Act truly faithful?
But before we end off, we'd like to express our hurt to know that these people are living this way, which is why we are taking the first steps to taking action within our local community. This following week, we'll start collecting canned goods to donate to our local food bank, CAP-OC Food Bank, in order to support, and we encourage you to do the same. However, focusing on these small areas in your community is just the foundation of support.
As this podcast comes to a close, we'd like to acknowledge that this isn't just a one-and-done solution. Donating canned goods when you feel the spirit of giving isn't what brings people out of their daily experiences of hunger. We, as a society, need to commit to understanding how people end up in such distressing situations, the socioeconomic difficulties certain groups face, and which rights are violated, in turn cause the lives of people to be walking on a tightrope of life or death, unable to determine whether their family will have a sufficient enough dinner to move on to the next day. Thank you for your support.